Welcome to a season of new traditions. We're going to take your grandmother's favorite dish and put a new healthy spin on it. And here to show us the way is Chef Pete Gioni from Canyon Ranch. Welcome, Pete.
Oh, you're brave. Yeah. You've done it twice in one show.
I'm coming in for twice. So Thanksgiving, it's a wonderful time, but not always the healthiest options are on the table.
Right.
You have some healthy alternatives. What'd you bring for us today?
So what I try to do is inspire and save grandma's and grandpa's favorite recipes, but as we learn it, they're really high in calories, really high in carbs, and not so healthy for us. And then we're trying to fight off, in January, trying to fight off the holiday pounds. So if we infuse these into our family meals and then teach our kids these new healthy recipes, it becomes their new legacy.
And that's their tradition carrying on. Let's talk about what you have here, because you have the traditional mashed potatoes that everyone eats on Thanksgiving. What's our healthy alternative?
Right. So with that, instead of, I used cauliflower. So basically boil that, and you could use vegetable stock. You could buy the vegetable stock from the store. You can make it yourself with leftover scraps. But boil the cauliflower and puree it. And it's got a very nice, natural, buttery flavor to it where you don't need to add any dairy. So it's actually a vegan option there.
So, but what are you boiling? A vegetable stock?
Yep. So it's nice and soft. And then if you have a food processor, you could blend it there, nice and smooth. You could put it into a blender if you'd like, or you could just use a whisk and just break it up in a pot. So you really don't need any fancy equipment to do it.
What's the difference in calories?
Oh, the difference in calories is pretty huge. So 237 for about 4 ounces of mashed potatoes and about 80 calories for 4 ounces of cauliflower. So you can see you can eat a whole lot more and you can overindulge, but you're not going to necessarily wear it around your waist.
What's the next dish you have for us?
So then we have some sweet potatoes, and Grandma's recipe likes to use marshmallows on top. And when I bought the marshmallows at the store, my daughter was she's like, I want to eat those. And I was like, no, they're for TV. We're not going to eat them.
Not going to eat them. No, no, no.
So there's some brown sugar on there. So the alternative to get it nice and sweet is some caramelized cipollini onions. I add a little bit of fresh figs to it as well, but you can see we still got the sweet potatoes there. They're sliced. The skin is still great on them. Season them, roast them nice and tender, and enjoy those. And you still get the sweetness of that without the high glycemic index of the sweet potatoes.
Lower sugar, but you're still getting the same flavor and the same taste.
That's right. You sweeten it up with some natural flavors. They assimilate a little bit better. Our body identifies with them better rather than have the processed sugar, and you save a trip to the dentist.
Well, before we hit this next one, you and I were talking about cutting out the middleman when it comes to your proteins.
Right, exactly. So we think that we need to get our protein from an animal, but it's actually, animals are getting it from the earth and natural ingredients. They're eating grass. You figure a cow weighs 2,000 pounds easily, and all they do is eat grass and corn all day, which is all vegetables. So we can get to be the same and get the same nutrients without having to go through the effort of digesting that protein.
Go right to the plant. This dish looks delicious right here. What are we talking here?
So we've got butternut squash is alternative to stuffing. So stuffing, a lot of great flavors in it, the celery, the onions, and sage. So we capture that with the butternut squash as well. And that squash has that natural flavor where it gets its name from that buttery flavor with a little bit of avocado oil on there, some nice rich fats. And you really capture those same flavors, but with a low-carb, zero-carb option, and especially gluten-free.
Such healthy options. And you have a tip when it comes to tackling the Thanksgiving meal. What should you start with?
Definitely start with vegetables first and fill your stomach with those healthy ingredients too. If you're going to eat turkey and you can choke it down with some gravy, then eat that last. And so you have more of the nutrients first, and you fill up on the good stuff first, and then you get to those sweeter things, more indulgent things later on.
We got to wrap it up in a second. Real quick, the final dish you have here, what is this?
So this last one is a curry squash, which you see right here, which is really delicious, my favorite, very dense and meaty. All these recipes you can find on my blog as well, so that you can do that and tackle it for yourself. It's Chef Pete's Organic Inc. with a K. .com, and then you can also find me at the Truth and Tonic at Venetian Resort.
Beautiful. Healthy options for Thanksgiving. Thank you so much.
All right.
Yeah, I got it. Third time in a row. Thank you so much, Chef Pete. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Mercedes.